Hey, welcome to the TV channel. Today we have game 2 of the round robin for the Metalgarurmon and we are up against Mastemon, the notorious deck that came from a starter deck support and is dominating the meta as we speak. In BT8, we have the release of Ophanimon 4-down mode, which really wants you to play the dual color of yellow and purple together as you get access to the super strong on evolve skill. They also released an option, also known as the Flame Hell Scythe, which feels really unfair as it destroys one of your opponent Digimon by minus 6k DP and then able to call a 6k DP below Digimon. Such a solid color and support, how will Metalgarurmon actually fare against it? Without further ado, let's dive right into the game itself as we witness 2 Icemon actually being called down to the field thanks to the Icemon scatter mode, and this game is definitely going downhill for the Metalgarurmon as we don't see a rookie in the nursery and we do see an Angemon being hardcore. And we do see Lady Devimon being evolved here, the new one from the ST deck. Now it's going to draw one, it's cutting one to look at the top 3 to pick up Angel, in this case the Ophanimon 4-down mode. And I must say the AA of that card is looking super solid. Now we do finally see progress for the Metalgarurmon as he does evolve the Garurumon in nursery, and we're seeing the Angemon here because of the Ophanimon 4-down mode in the next turn. So he's going to just risk it and going to go for the blue memory boost here, look at top 4, and we're going to pick up the Shakomon to hand. And it's going to start the turn off with actually 3 memory there. It's going to go evolve to the Angelwomon first. So he does have 2 level 5 on the field. It's going to go for the Jogress evolution in the form of Mastemon. It's going to use the ability, but first it has to draw 1. It's actually going to put the scatter mode into the security there. And it's going to hardcore the Angemon, which does kill off the Angemon thanks to the Mastemon ability. I'll actually be evolving to the 4-down mode here to heal 1, but drawing 1 first of course, putting into a 5 security already, and this game is definitely looking tough, as you do just hardcore Garurumon to actually pass the turn, because if we were to push out the Garurumon, it might spell trouble against that Mastemon. It's going to evolve to the Gabumon in the nursery first. Swing with the 4-down mode, which does have 2 criticals thanks to that Angelwomon. So does the Mastemon, which does have the same ESS, pushing us to actually 0 security already, so that's very scary. And actually gonna hardcore, or rather go for the option, the Flame Hell Scythe to kill the Gorillamon. And it's gonna go for the Gazimon as well to completely stop any potential plays, especially the blue memory boost. We're gonna push up the Garurumon to admit defeat, I would say, and we do evolve to the Chimeramon, which does kill off the Gazimon because we are going to show some hate against that card. And it does eliminate the idea of a comeback for the blue player as he does push out the Gabumon and be going for the swing with the Ophanimon for a game. Moving on to game 2 here, with the purple player actually going first, evolving to the Gabumon in the nursery, which I must say is one of the better one. And he's going to go for the first turn net Ishida already. Now this is a very interesting move I would say, because usually people will wait for the drop zone to actually accumulate before going for the tamer, but I guess he does want to actually have the first turn 3 memory to do something. And that's very nice for him, as we go for the blue memory boost looking at top 4 to see 3 Garurumons. And I must say, I'm actually looking for level 5 at that situation, but seeing 3 Garurumon going down, it just feels bad, man. And we do see a scatter mode being evolved here, which is the best card to have at turn 2 I would say. He does swing at the security, using the Gabumon effect to draw on first. He's cutting that new Tailmon, hitting to a Chimeramon here, so it does die, which is what he wants because he's gonna draw 3, discarding 2. And will he hit the Icemon again this time? So looks like he doesn't, he does discard 2 rookies there. And drawing 1, discarding 1 with the Demimeramon, in this case the Mastemon. And just gonna go for a hardcore Gatomon looking at top 3. Does pick up the Angemon and the Gabumon. The rest going back to the bottom of the deck. And we start off the turn with 4 memory actually, pushing out the Angelmon, and then going for our own Majiramon. So this card does play very well, as you guys can see, we do go for the blue memory boost. And because of the Gatomon, we're going to abuse this turn by evolving to the Metalgarurmon, and then Majiramon will basically make our Digimon swing twice in this turn. And this is nice because we're going to call 2 Digimons in the same turn. With the Metalguru effect, we're going to call the Gomamon first, allowing us to draw 2 because it can extend many moves if we draw the right cards, and we do gain 1 memory thanks to the Bukamon. Drawing 2 from the Gomamon, hitting to security for 1 check. Does hit into a Gatomon, so that's very fortunate on our end. We'll be calling the Angemon this time round, hitting him to 3 security already. And we go for the Gorillamon for 1 cost, and going for the Jogress evolution to the Shakomon, which allows us to actually bounce the Gatomon back to hand, which is very nice because in the next turn he's going to evolve if he does have the level 5. So we're going to swing at the Shakomon, which in this case Jogress evolution Digimons don't have summoning sickness, so that's something to take note of. And we do hardcore the Patamon to pass the turn. Things are definitely not looking good for the poor player here, as he does have 3 Digimon staring at his 2 security. And he does evolve to the Gabumon first to start things off, and going for the Analog Boy, which pushes him to 1 memory. Looking at top 3, he does discard the rest and does pick up the Angelmon. He's gonna go for the Angelmon hardcore to actually stop the Metalgarurmon from swinging. Okay, so Metalgarurmon does have -2 attack security, so it can't go for game with this card. But the rest of the Digimon is still alive, and we shall see how the game will play out. As we do have a Metalgarurmon evolving on top of the Shakomon first. Unfortunately, we don't have a Garurumon under the Digisource, but we're gonna -3 KDP when we swing, making the Angelmon 3 KDP. I'm gonna hardcore the Gorillamon. No, actually opting for the Gorillamon here to draw 2 cards because we do want to expand our memory or our turn. But we don't gain our memory here, so a slight misplay on that part. We're gonna go evolve to the Ikakumon. It's gonna swing over the Angelmon, which just have only 3 KDP thanks to that Shakomon ESS. We're gonna hardcore a Patamon to actually pass the turn, and we do have actually at least 6 Digimon on our field now against that 1 security, and the Gabumon will actually throw himself the security, hitting to another Chimeramon there. So not looking too good for the Mastemon player for sure. It'll be most likely going for a game 3. He does hardcore the Angelmon once again to make one of the Metalguru cannot actually attack, but we do have plenty of other Digimons to go for game. Swinging the Patamon first, and the Goemon will go for a game. Now we'll be moving on to game 3 with me going first, hatching to a Bukamon and evolving to a Gomamon. And following it up with a Garurumon evolution, and things are looking, I would say, good on my end because we do see the Garurumon, and that's the card we want to see every time. But he does evolve to his Gabumon in nursery, and then actually going for the Gatomon hardcore already, which does put a lot of pressure on myself because if he does have actually Mastemon in the next turn, any Digimon that I put out with will actually die. So we're gonna go for a Blue Memory Boost first, looking at top 4, but in this case I do pick up the Metalgarurmon because it's a card that I want to see in my nursery. But we're definitely missing a level 5 here, or not, I wouldn't actually hardcore a Vmon there. But it does push out the Gabumon, actually going for the swing, so no Icemon Scattermon this time round. But does die to the Patamon, and we'll be using the Demiramon skill to actually draw 1, discarding 1. Discarding the Tailmon. He's gonna go for the Flame Hell Scythe there because of the Gatomon giving a dual color requirements. Does kill off that Vmon and calling the Black Gatomon out. We're gonna hardcore 2 rookies to pass the turn here, so we are definitely still missing the level 5, and we're hoping for a miracle at this point. And he does hatch the Demiramon first, and then evolving to the Gabumon. Swinging the Black Gatomon first, hitting to a Hammer Spark, so putting him to 1 memory already, so things are looking a bit green for him. But he does end the turn with the Flame Hell Scythe once again, so he's definitely missing level 5 in his hand, so that's unfortunate. Hardcoring the Gabumon thanks to that option. At this point, we do finally top deck our level 5, and this is where the game begins for us, as we do evolve to the Shakomon, to heal 1 especially, but mainly because it's a level 5, and we do have Blue Memory Boost to push us to 3 memory. It'll be further evolving to the Metalgarurmon, which just nice, we did pick it up through the Blue Memory Boost, swing at the Black Gatomon. A bunch of ESS will happen here, but firstly the Metalgarurmon, calling the Garurumon to make it restand, Bukamon to gain 1 memory, Shakomon to actually -3 KDP, in this case we'll be aiming at the Gatomon. I'll be swinging once again at the security to -3 KDP against at the Gatomon and calling the Gomamon to draw 2 cards, so that's always very nice. But unfortunately we do slightly miss the fact that we actually swing at the security, so no security damage was taken, so misplay right there, and it's my bad. But we do swing the Gorillamon here, hitting to the Icemon Scatter mode, then evolving to the Garurumon, so we do have 3 level 4s in the field, preparing for a potential Chimeramon if we do draw them. Gabumon will swing at security here, hitting to a Gorillamon, so he will die, and you'll be activating the Demiramon skill, and thus finally see his Icemon, Superior calling it, then evolving to a Icemon Scatter mode. Finally, in this state of the game, I'll be swinging at security, drawing 1 first thanks to that Gabumon, discarding 1, hitting to a Majiramon, so he does die, and he definitely wants to hope for more Icemon here. Drawing 3, discarding 2, discarding 1 Icemon there, and a Gabumon. It's going to evolve one of them to a Lady Devimon for 3 costs, allowing to draw 1 and discarding 1. We look at the top 3, in this case he does pick up the Mastemon, adding to hand. And thanks to that misplay, we are actually at a disadvantage here because if he do actually remember to take the security, he'll be at 3, and with the 4 Digimon it could have been potentially game. But we are playing very carefully here, I would say, as we do swing Gorillamon first and the Garurumon to push some security damage. And because we can't end the game right here, we go for the double hammer spark, pushing us to 5 memory. And then evolving to the Omimon to actually kill the Devimon as well as memory choke him. Because I don't want him to do any, I would say, strong swing turns, especially with the Mastemon. So thanks to the level 7, I would say I'm pretty well protected. But let's go for the Analog Boy once again. This Analog Boy is always being late, I would say. It does opt for the Scatter Mode to add to hand, but we do pass the turn here. Starting the turn with 1 memory with the Patamon being pushed out. Omimon will swing the security, bouncing the Metal Guru, adding to hand. Thanks to that Shakomon ESS, we'll be minusing 3k DP at the Icemon. Hitting to a Gatomon, so we are safe. Swinging again and killing off the Icemon thanks to that minus 3k DP again. Hitting to 0, and we'll be swinging for again with the Garurumon. Now this is the Metalgarurmon deck list if you guys are interested to try it out yourself. And this is the Mastemon Ophanimon deck list he is playing. Thank you guys for watching till the end, and do consider subscribing, dropping a like and a comment if you guys do enjoy the content.